Hello, everyone. Baby, you check the video, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm going to get away the hell over here. Right. There's that. Hey!
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
I know. Anyway, while that's going on. Oh, apparently I already got somebody watching me, unless it's you.
Not yet.
Well, anyway, for the record, I got Nicks 8S in here. Doing differentials and shock fluids. All right, thanks, babe. Mike, what up, man? You must have that on notify if you got there that quick. Yeah, got Nicks 8S on the bench doing shock fluids and differential maintenance. Kind of a 4 battery pack maintenance, as we call it. Well, not strictly, but how's it going, man? You get them parts yet? Just want to get you up and running, you know? I'm sure you do too. So, for anybody who has one of these, I applied the same technique I use on our 6s to this thing as far as the differential shimming. This came with a big old shim on the outside. Well, big in diameter, really. Not in thickness, but on the outside of the bearing. So I shimmed it underneath the bearing, just like we do on our 6s. And it seemed to work just fine. And my lash is like almost 0 going in. So I'm pretty happy with it. And we're running 500 on the back on this thing. I don't think anything thicker is necessary in a differential, but we've got like 0 lash. Like literally, it's got lash, but it's tight, very, very tight. Damn, that sucks, man. Grease away the hell over there. You know that means sippy cup. What do you think of the new camera? Hello. I kind of put it on a stick. Thought it might be a better view of what I'm doing. Oh. I need that too. Get off me. Cool. Awesome, man. Always trying to make a better product. I mean, not that it's like monetized or anything, but, you know, I like to keep you guys happy and definitely like to keep you guys knowing what I'm doing, because that's what this is all about, really. Shit. Let's see if I can. There we go. Front diff is too slippy, but that should be enough grease, I would think. Even on an 8S. All right, come on, turn wheels. Okay. Babe, you might do me a small favor. Let Nick know. I need to let him know he's got a bent axle in the rear, and I haven't even gotten to the front yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So he might need some parts. He was saying he doesn't have any parts to buy this weekend, but I think he does. All right. First time taking apart one of these things, so it's been a little different. Oh, and he's going to need some screws too. He's got some happily bent ones. Get them all off this magnet tray over here. You can tell the 8S ones because they're massive. All the screws are huge. And some of them are actually quite bent. I think this is a shock screw. Yep. I think I might have some of those because I use those on the 6S for the chassis braces. But in the meantime, let's get the rest of this put back together. That screw might not go there. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out as I go. Well, maybe it does. We only have so many of those, and they're massive, so this probably is where they go. But these 4 go in the diff. Almost had it. All right. Oh, I'm gonna put the battery in the drill in charge, so this one doesn't go down. Oops. Okay. I don't really want to jam them all the way in there because you can end up you're getting the threads hot when you're screwing them in, so you'll end up stripping them when they're hot if you put pressure on them. So usually I tend to go as far in as I can and then very lightly stop, let them cool, and then go back and tighten them by hand. Thanks, babe. One of the dogs was trying to get in. Yeah, that's where that goes. Of course, I don't have a driver for this massive one. I guess this is a 3.5, 4 millimeter. Yeah. So rear diff's done. Now I'll take it apart. It'll be a little easier to take apart the front diff. And then we'll do the shocks. Yeah, we'll just do the rear shocks first. Just gonna top them up, really. Mike, what's up, buddy? Glad you made it. Hey, what do you think of the new camera angle? Is it any better? Or... Mike. I'm not gonna do it, dude. I thought about it. I'm not gonna do it. You know how bad I want to, but I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. So, yeah, I got Nicks 8 up here. Just did some 500 in the rear, 500K fluid, and then I got to top the shocks up, and then we're going to the front, and same difference, except we're gonna run. I don't know. I think I'm gonna run 5 in the front too, actually, because this thing's a beast. Yeah, babe, what time is it?
7:10.
All right, so yeah, 7 o'clock in the evening on a Friday. I don't have to work tomorrow, so F it. Of course, I have much other work to be doing, but I don't have parts to do it yet on my Creighton. We did take out the stunt trucks, though, me and the wife earlier. Took out her 2 stunt trucks and my Mega Creighton or Mega Typin. I always say that. And clocked in the stunt truck at a good, I think it was 42. No, it was high. It was something like 54. Way too high for that thing because it's geared really low. Only use your Allen wrenches to pick your earwax. Anyway, and then the Creighton did, or the Typhon did, what was it? 54 on asphalt and 47 on grass. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not stellar, but I don't even know where the gearing is on that thing. It's somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What up, Bob? Happy Friday indeed, my friend. How are you? Yeah, I haven't put up much content lately, so and this is a weird one for me because I've not worked on an 8 yet. So I decided to do a little live so everybody can watch me try to get this right and screw it up. Especially these damn sway bars. I don't run sway bars in any of our trucks. Not a single one of them. I think my wife's got sway bars on her new truck because she hasn't taken them off yet. And there's no droop setting, so what do you do with that? Like, yeah. All is okay, but thank you for asking. All is trying to be okay, or trying to be better, but at the moment, okay is about where all is, unfortunately. But lots of situations in my life have changed recently, so you never really know. I'm just trying to enjoy myself and have some fun and, talk to you guys and hang out and jump stupid ass cars off of buildings like an idiot. Ooh, those are a touch long. I don't think that's going to work out. And that is all I have for screws that damn big. Well, Nick, you're getting bent screws. Only in the shocks, though. Oh. What? Are you kidding me, dude? Troll. Mad troll. Somebody called Mike a noob.
What, on one of his videos?
Hmm? Yeah, on his, well, you didn't see it at the, his snow skate park video, the last one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a noob. Okay, yeah. You try doing rotations with a car that's like not really handling properly, no offense, but I mean, I saw how much throttle you had to hold into that thing. Yeah, absolutely. Everywhere you go, everything you do, there's always freaking one a-hole. The world's full of them, and they all come to Florida for some reason, either to retire or just vacation. Or anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta refill these, don't I? Big old massive 8S jobbers. And these things are huge and heavy. And I got the M2C upgrade kit. I think they're 8mm shafts. The John Holmes package, as we call it. For those of you who got that, you're probably 30 or older. Yeah, dude. Like I said, freaking, you could tell the whole time you're in the air, you could hear the throttle going, and it's like it's just keeping the nose level. Like that's not right. That's not how it's supposed to roll. You did check all the fluids on that thing, right, before you took off with it, or before you ran it the first time? I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. The only brand new one I ever had was my Creighton, and I think I changed it before I even ran it. Other than my older cars, and Nicks 223 that he just got came with no fluid in the diffs. I mean, not dry, but a spittle of fluid, and the shocks were half full. And whatever it was like, I don't know, 20 weight or some crap. Like, you can't bash on 20 weight. I don't care what you're doing. Unless you got like a 1/100th scale car, you can't bash on 20 weight. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'll bet the fluids are a lot different too in the cold because I know just like down here, like especially in the summertime, if you're running for a good 10, 20 minutes, you can feel your differentials and your shocks loosen up. You can feel the fluids changing viscosity due to the heat. Because I mean, it's already 90 outside, and you add a little friction to that, and next thing you know, you're 120, and I mean that's kind of a normal kind of sweet spot for viscous fluids like silicone or motor oil to kind of start changing viscosity due to temp. So that makes a big difference. What do we have in this thing? 100 weight? Yeah, that's not Lucas. Okay. Yeah. We'll use this one up first. That other one. Up it. Little bit of the fluid. So that's something to hold these big boys with. Oof. All right. Actually, you know what? How about the monster ass tires this thing comes with? There we go. Oh, that's like almost perfect. Almost perfect. That'll work. All right. Whoa. And that's why you don't pump too fast, because you end up spilling stuff everywhere. Let that be a lesson, gentlemen. Right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
No innuendos in that one at all. All right. So, like I said before, pump nice and slow so you don't overflow. And we'll let that guy bleed out over there. Thanks, Mike. I thought that was pretty funny too. Explain the crane's behavior. 1,000,000 is probably too much thicker in the cold. Yeah, but if you're running 1,000,000 in the center, you want to run 1,000,000 in the center anyway. I mean, we run 1,000,000 plus earplugs, so that would be 1,000,000 in the cold. I would imagine something close to that, depending on how much earplug you stick in it. Um, I'm more thinking about it. It's not really diff behavior I'm seeing a problem with because you're not ballooning anything crazy. Of course, you don't have the traction to do it really, but it's your shock problem because like you're just it's throwing your ass end so hard coming off the jump that it's just you have to keep the throttle on to keep it level. So number one, first thing is to increase rear damping, big time. Either change the pistons out or change the pistons and the fluid. Um, the way I have read the armors are set up, if you get the extra shock pistons, is it's like 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. That's like 1.2 millimeter, 1.4 millimeter. So the lower number is a smaller hole. So that would be what you want to go with because they're all the same amount of holes essentially. The square ones are better than the rounded off ones, obviously, for what we're doing. Other than that, or the M2Cs, go with 100 weight or 140 if you still have bounce with 100. Yes, absolutely. The Notorious. That is what I mean. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about the other one. If you did just put up another video, didn't you? I didn't catch it yet because I literally got out of work an hour ago and I needed some vent time, so I took a couple cars down to the park to vent, and I invited the wife, and we had a good time. Oh, and we also shot some slow-mos I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been wanting to give you guys a slow-mo suspension comparison video so you can see like their reaction, like say like one of the shots I'm watching a car from behind with the slow-mo camera and it just sits there and then does a standing backflip. So you see all the compression and the pop of the rear suspension. And we did it with Clara's new truck and her old truck. So one's got 10-pound springs, one's got Arrma springs on it. One's got 140 weight, one's got like 100 weight. So, and then we did another shot where it's a flip off curb and then a standing nose flip. And then also the landing coming off of like a 6-foot jump, flat jump. So you can just see the suspension compress and bounce and kind of with all the slow-mos, you'll get a good idea of what does what and how these things are working. And also for me, it'll be a good reference point. Just the plow. You didn't break it again, did you? Or is that what no, she said she was 18. Oh, too much fun. Too easy. I just walked right into that one. Okay, that's gonna be into that. See it. Okay, so those are full and happily ready to go on. I gotta admit, I like this. Oh crap! I like this M2C kit for these shocks. It is definitely very, very beefy. I just hope I can figure out how to get this damn thing back out of here. I must have the set screw on the wrong end. I do, so it should be that way. Come on, you bastard! Okay, lesson learned. Don't put 8S shocks in 8S wheels because you can't get them the hell back out when you have an M2C kit. Little garbage can action here. These are bladder shocks still. I don't know if anybody makes an emulsion kit for this, but I would definitely tell Nick to get into it if he did. So there's a little bleeder on the top, so we are getting some air out of it, and that's gone. So now this is going to have some pressure in it, which is probably why we have a little bit of leakage past the seals. Yeah, that's way too much pressure, though. I can't even compress it. So let's get this. There we go. There's some more air. All right. Yeah, all the air out. Just try to keep that without, not still pushing it down, but nothing else I can do past that point. Okay. So that's getting tight. Bang. Clean it up. Need to get some more brake cleaner from work. Some out. Oh. There's that. It's actually not bad at all. That's a really smooth stroke for a bladder shock because yeah, the emulsion style is better. It's kind of weird having a shock that's supposed to have air in it in order to operate properly in the fluid. Like it's supposed to be aerated, but the nice thing about that is if you get air in it accidentally, like for whatever reason, shocks usually do get air in them. You don't have to worry about it because it's supposed to have air in it, and it's actually a lot more consistent than a bladder style from run to run. And not just because of leakage or anything like that, but just because as soon as you compress it once and break up that air bubble, it's good to go. And it works perfect. Well, this thing just does not want to bleed. Come on, buddy. Let it go. Oof. Come on. Oh, I haven't done enough manual labor today. The ADA shock dogs are not smiling upon me. All right, out. Come on. Yeah, it's just no matter what, pushing it right out. Yep, and just that is one hell of a seal. It's uncompressible. Drop some fluid, I guess. Baby, just let me know when those have been out for about a good 40 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you. And then the the Devour meal that's in the fridge. I went through the first heating cycle today and forgot about it. So it just needs to go in the microwave for like a minute and then stir it and then 3 minutes. Or it's on the package. It's just not frozen anymore. All right. Sorry, I'm a loser. Yeah, well. I can't remember everything when you got 30 cars you got to fix in a day or whatever. Never 30, but a lot. A lot when they're that hard, when they're got that many issues. People just let them go until they get really bad these days. All right, so shocks are full of fluid, bled fairly well. Probably got a little too much air in that other one, but it's not enough to make a real difference. I mean, it's not like that much. It's just a tiny bit. So just make sure your shocks are even in your spring adjustment and even in length. It's a big deal because if your droop doesn't pick it up, then it's up to your shocks to pick up the end of your travel. And if the end of your travel is different side to side, you will have an ill-handling car. It is very, very important with these. I mean, just think about it. If you do a wheelie, right, and your left wheel comes off the ground before your right wheel, then it's going to pull to that side because it's going to unload the diff. Even if your diff is almost solid, it's going to unload a little bit, and it's going to torque it to that direction. Nobody wants their wheelies torqued in one direction. You want to wheelie the whole damn parking lot. You want to just go flat and straight, right? Right. That's what I'm talking about. That would have been a terrible joke. Thank God I didn't do it. Oh, yeah. Some of you already figured that one out. Anyway. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. And bed bolts. Like butter. Oh, nope. Get in there, you. There she goes. Not a big fan of putting that bolt in there, but I don't really have a choice at the moment. Because I'm going to run it, so. Alright, so there's that. Now we'll go back and double check the torque and everything we put in already because, as you know, we didn't tighten it all the way because possibility of melting shit. I don't know why those two don't want to tighten up properly. Oh, there we go. Finally. I think that hole was that deep. That's not what she said. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, well, if they watch the whole video, I'm not that good, obviously. Slammed into a wall at 50. Yeah. I had a strict hub, but, I'm not going to blame it on that. I'm not going to try to cop out on that thing. That was a nasty hit. I went straight off the damn ramp. But yeah, I still haven't even taken the wheels off that thing yet. It's just sitting. I gotta get all the parts that I need to put it together the way I want it. Because it's nowhere near the way I want it right now. I had already broken an aluminum bulkhead the day before and hadn't replaced it, or not the day before, but like a week before, and hadn't replaced it. I replaced it with a plastic one, so obviously I want that. And I want another aluminum bulkhead because the other one's fractured or has some strip holes, whatever. Anyway, so when I get the parts together to put it back to the way I want it, I'll put it back to the way I want it because that's my favorite truck and it's got to roll the way it should. In the meantime, we'll be collecting places to jump. So, yeah. We'll get that all sorted out. Sure, you got something in mind. It's got a handrail or some shit on it, right, Mike? That sounds good to me, bro. Now remember, if we add a launch ramp to the thing, then that's different. Yeah, everybody who's gets involved has to have a launch ramp. So don't want to exclude people by making it too complicated. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that wouldn't be fun as hell, but like I said, we don't want to exclude anybody by making it too complicated. Not everybody's got a launch ramp. That's why East Tactics probably did that whole launch ramp episode, which I had a real hard time doing because I had to build a whole nother ramp out of scrap just to make that video because I already had two made or one made. No, cool, man. Thank you. Yeah, that was a wild day, man. You were there for that whole thing. And thank you so much for sticking with me through that day, dude. You guys could have bailed after the first attempt and been like, sorry, bro. But you guys hung out and stuck it out with me, and we went and we did it, and I'm not gonna say we made history, but I mean we made our history, our personal history, and that's pretty badass. I get to do that every day. Do something you've never done before, or be a witness to something that's never been done before in your personal history. I'm sure somebody's jumped off a garage with an RC car. I'm sure thousands of people have done it. In fact, I'd love to jump a bunch of Tyco RC cars off a garage. But, did you ever witness it? Did you ever see it? Did you ever do it with somebody? Did you ever be a part of it? No. That's your personal history, man. That means that's a big difference. That's not watching YouTube. That's living it. And that's what makes it fun. All right. So, rear diff reinstalled. Very stiff. I do not like how far these axles are coming out of this diff with the suspension droop due to the fact that there is no downstops, because they are literally like teetering on the edge. If you guys can hear that. Yeah, they're like literally like one pin is a quarter way out the cup. So, wow. And with these RPM arms, there's no way to fix that. I don't know. Maybe I can use the sway bar to hold it up. Maybe with the weight of the truck on it, it'll at least stay there. But on a jump, they might. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I just changed the camber link position, and I forgot about it. So it's cambered out really bad right now. So when I pull these camber links in, it'll actually pull the axles in, and we'll be all right. So Logan's a moron. That's all there is to it. Well, that's cool. Thanks, Clockwood. What's up, buddy? Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. You're making me blush. It's yeah. I mean, I'm really glad that a lot of you were there for it. Because, yeah, that was definitely in the top 10 of my life. Definitely. Now, driving the Ferrari, top 3. Oh, sorry, you guys just got a really good view of my bald spot, didn't you? Almost forgot I had that new angle. Oh, is it still set right? No, move it now. Okay, wait, here we go, man. A little bit that way. Believe it or not, that camera is on a cell phone holder for like your dashboard that is screwed to, or no, for a bicycle for your handlebars. And it's screwed to a broomstick that is stuck between Clara's stunt truck and the wall. I'll move the camera and show you later, but right now I want to get some work on here. Okay, that's not good. I got 2 left. Where did these 2 go? Oh, yeah. Not used to the ADAS. Not in that hole. Not in that hole. Oh, nope, there they are. Yeah, I see them. I hope I can still get to them. They're behind the sway bar, actually. So I forgot the hardest screw to get to after you put the case back on. But I didn't know what the hell was going on with this thing, so I didn't know how to take it apart. So in order to take it apart at 8S, and since I'm an idiot, I like to take stuff apart without instructions and learn on my own because I'm an idiot. So that's what I did. But like any proper technician, you notice when the job is done and you have bolts left over, you figure out where the hell they're supposed to go, put them back in a hole. Really? Oh, yeah. Oh, what is that doing in there? Oh, that's a good one. Look at that one, guys. It's a front CV joint for a 6. Yeah, that's probably one of mine. Baby, did you text Nick and let him know he's got a God damn it. Bent axle. I thought he'd come.
I was saving up the list.
Oh, I thought he'd come by so everybody could make fun of him.
No, he's done that. And he needs to keep his foot up. I was trying to leave him alone.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, apparently. Well, his foot is very, very swollen. But, I mean, it's not like it's broken or something. My foot's actually, well, it's not broken. It's, what do you call it? I'm missing a ligament, and it's freaking migrating. Okay, this is really starting to be a pain in the ass. All right, bastard. We'll play that game. We'll play that game. In the hole you go. Yep. Guess what? I win. Yeah, that one was definitely not going to be straight. There we go. Okay, so that is rear end of 8S status symbol. There we go. All right. Now for the ugly part. Let's see. Let's just go to town on this thing and just get it all apart quick here. Garage Life RC bumper spring. Now in 8S and or brass knuckle size. Yep, wrong size. All right. Where did I shoot that one out? There it is. Never had something stick there before. Back to the big guy. There you go. Oop, that's a big guy. 4 mil. All right. Not bad. Very bent. And I'm sure the one that came out of that is just slightly bent. Not very bent. So Nick does have a bending shit issue. All right. Let's get this diff out of here and pull that bad boy apart. Let me get this damn sway bar out of the way. Oh, you son of a monkey. Seriously? All right. Is that seriously one screw? Oh, that is gravy tape right there. Look at that. That is not a bad design at all. That is not the right wrench at all. Rigid pinion output. Okay. Yeah, the one that goes around the outside of the input. By the way, you might have missed this, Clockwood. I used my same shim ideas that I do with the 6S, where you put the shim between the bearing and the ring gear instead of put it on the outside of the bearing so it hangs up on the case and you can't install it. It works on the 8s too, so just so you know. Shim I used, I believe, is the standard Arrma diff shim. On the outside, or inside, I mean, but they're supposed to go on the outside of Arrma diff shims, right? Yeah. Okay, so. Yep. Yep, good guy. Again. I need to get a bit for this. Hey, motherfucker. Yeah, I saw the one at the bulkhead that's on there. Yeah, yeah, it does work. So I'm about to do it in this front one too, because I'm about to pull this one apart. I did the rear one last night. Those are touchy about how you install the parts, aren't they? Like they shouldn't be, but yeah, I ended up having something backwards. I had to figure out. It took me a minute or two. It was one of the end pieces, I think, because those things are so huge. Okay, so you cannot use a sway bar as a pry tool to pull off your bulkhead cover, or can you? Nah, not really. All right, so 2 more. Wrong size. And out you go. All right, so this A block cover off here. Jesus. Yeah, that's on there. Go hook a truck to it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Diff cover off. And differential exposed. There she be. Oh, my fat ass hand out of the way. So let's pop that bad boy out and get this monstrosity out of the way. Bent axle right there. And let's see. That one looks all right. So it needs one front, one rear. All right. Whew. That goddamn car is heavy, I tell you. They ain't built like that in my day. Shit. All right. Batch of untreated clips. Oh, really? Yeah, that wouldn't work. Not with the amount of friction these things will build up. Well, would you look at this? This diff's got some red and tacky on it. That means I've been in here before. outside shim, as earlier reported. So I did fill this one full 200 to start him out. Yeah, when he first started doing it. And I know his center's been filled with 1,000,000 too. So, all right. Well, let's get her apart. See what's going on. All right. There you go. Yeah, that's definitely some silicone there. So that's probably 200, but we just went 5 on the rear, so we definitely got it up the front. Let's see here. This is going to have to be a wash job because there is no way that I've found to get silicone off of parts any better than gasoline, which is going to be unfortunate because that's going to take a while. Well, I guess I can do it quickly if you guys will allow me a couple of 5-minute breaks. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, not terribly. Untreated clips. I mean, it's not like they made airbags that had shrapnel in them and put them in, passenger cars. Funny how that works out. Especially when you split your company into a bunch of different divisions. So if one goes down, you don't lose your ass. Yeah. Takata Airbags went out of business, but Takata Mining and Takata Equipment and Takata Tires and all that are still thriving. I don't know how many people they killed, but I know they maimed a lot. I don't know why I just brought that up. Sorry, total tangent, guys. Super life. Right. Okay, so that, and that, and push-ups. Oh, so last night I rewired a guitar. First time I've ever done that. This dude that was at my buddy's house showed me this guitar, and it was like, he flipped it over and showed me like this wiring that he had it, like through the pickups and the switch and the potentiometers and stuff, and it was just like some of the ugliest soldering I'd ever seen. And I was like, dude, like, let me take this home and fix it for you. Yeah. So, yeah. Apparently he was playing it all night, so I guess he was happy with it. All right. So, you know what? Wash job's just going to take too long, so I'm just going to try to get a lot of this off, get what I can out of the case. Let's sit for a second. We're really going to dig in there with freaking Q-tips all day long. But it's not a ton of fluid anyway. It's definitely not overfilled by any means. If anybody knows what these knocks are, these little notches, like on the back of the, I guess you could say, crown gears for the differential, what those are supposed to be for, because, like, I mean, it's not like it's got a cam sensor in there or something. Like, what in the hell is that for? And maybe they make contact with these things and make it lock up if it bends enough. I don't know. I mean, it's not a proper mechanism in that case, but whatever. Yeah, I need like an extra towel or 3. Oh, crap. They're way down there. All right. So, come here often? Oh, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I would disconnect the damn thing in the meantime. Yeah. Yeah, dude. We had oceans of Versas. Just people's cars, literally, that they owned, just in lots for miles. And we gave them all rental cars and for God knows how long. I think Enterprise had to redo its whole fleet down here for those airbags, yeah. And, we'd pull them out, swap them out when we got the parts available because it was like international or intergalactic back order. I don't want to lube on that washer. Should probably groove it or something. Anyway, yeah, so scary stuff. Yeah, it's hard to find a good shop, dude. I hear you on that. I mean, I can't work for Nissan anymore because there's not a dealership within 100 miles of me that's not absolutely terribly corrupt. I mean, the last time I left Nissan, we had a service writer take a swing at an oil tech, and he's still on a job the next day. Never even got written up. And the boss was right there when he did it. So I can't work in a place like that. I had my life threatened 3 times by my foreman, who is an ex-Marine who I know for a fact has weapons on him. Not on him in person in the shop, but in his car. So, yeah, I can't work in that kind of environment. I used to be that guy. I used to be a badass. I used to talk shit and start fights, and not a lot. I mean, I wasn't like the evil dick, but I try to be a cool guy, whatever. Talk shit, but that's just stupid. You grow out of that if you're a responsible, you know, properly thinking, logical adult. It's pointless. There's no freaking reason. Just so you can show you're better at something. What do you fucking do? Everybody's going to be better than somebody at something. No matter how good you are, there's always somebody better. Just because you're ranked number one in the world at something doesn't mean there's somebody right behind you that's going to smash whatever record or legacy you have. I mean, it might take 10 years, but there's always somebody better. So maybe not at the time, but there will be. So why gloat about it? Why care? Just enjoy what you do. Don't do it if you don't enjoy it. That's all there is to it. Number one rule, have fun at all times. Number two rule, don't step on anybody's toes while observing rule number one. Yeah. Yeah, those things are scary as shit. I had a kid in the shop one time, the airbag went off right above his head. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he was under the dash probing shit. And he must have stuck something in the wrong goddamn wire because I was literally 10 feet away and like 80 degrees off the car's open driver's door. And that thing went off like a shotgun. And I looked over and I saw the airbag and I saw his legs sticking out from the car and his chest. And I thought he was dead. And then I realized his head was under the dash and it went off right above his head. And he was all right, but apparently he lost like 30% hearing in one ear and 10 in the other. I think airbags are terrible. I think proper harnesses is the only way to go. I've been in a wreck where I totaled the car and I had 6-point harnesses 3 inches bolted to the chassis, and the airbag came out and went, and that was it. And I didn't hurt myself. I didn't have any spine crush. I didn't have any bruises from the belts. I was sore as fuck the next day, but I hit a curb so hard it twisted the freaking body between the A and B pillars in the sunroof area. So, yeah, but don't you love it when you really make a killing on flat rate, like do a 100-hour week? Yeah, it depends on where you're at, but yeah, I get you. Yeah, I mean that's nice. I'm looking forward to hopefully next year, according to my boss, finally becoming a foreman, and getting paid for just showing up and being smart. Not smart, but experienced. Because I've been doing this shit for a minute. But yeah, so hopefully that's where this gig goes. I'm still feeling out this new job. It's up and down, but I like it. It just you got to figure out how to work together properly, how to mesh together. I'm used to having three racks to myself. Used to having an army of service writers, so I could bury them in freaking estimates, and now I have one or half of one, depending. I have one bay, and something gets stuck, you're screwed. What do you work on the floor? Well, that's the way it is right now. But yeah, say they be. Enough of my bitching. Yeah, that person should have their hands cut off, so that they don't try to touch a car again. No, you want to know what? I got a better one for you. So, and Trent, I love you if you see this. Our one of our technicians in our shop the other day was supposed to be pulling a transfer case, and I was really busy with a job. A huge brake job I was trying to get done by the end of the day. I mean, the whole 9 yards: piston, calipers, rotors, seals, bearings, rear wheel cylinders, hardware kit, drums, etc., etc., etc. So, and a flash. So I was trying to get this done, so I wasn't really paying attention to him. He's supposed to be pulling a transfer case. Next thing I know, I get called over there, and half of the guts of the transmission are hanging out the back of the transmission, still attached to the back plate, and the freaking transfer case is still attached to the transmission back plate because he unbolted the transfer case he unbolted the transmission back plate to pull the transfer case instead of unbolting the transfer case from the back plate of the transmission. Yeah. You imagine that, dude? You had to call in a tranny guy to like bolt it back together. We had to pull the tranny first, but I mean, it was like, I mean, dude's a great guy, and he's actually a decent tech. But I can see where he mistook it because he's probably never seen one without a tail shaft and thought the snout of the transfer case was the tail shaft of the tranny. I could see that mistake there, but wow. I ain't never seen that shit before. And I asked the tranny guy that put it back together, and he said he ain't never seen this shit either. So there's one for you. It's crazy, huh? That's definitely one of the wildest ones I've ever seen. All right, so a little bit of kickback, not too bad. It'll bleed that off in a little bit. So that one's done, and then get this one done. By then, most of the shit off. Come on, you bastard. Thought I learned my lesson the first time. I guess I didn't, huh? Don't put 8S shocks in 8S wheels if they have an M2C kit. Last thing I went over my pants, silicone. All right, so. Come on. And there she goes, just starting. Yep. Yeah, that's too much. Way too much compression. Come on, just keep loosening until we pull it out. There we go. This sucker is resilient. Still, yep, too tight. That takes a little bit of fluid out. Come on, you. Nope. The bladder was moving a little bit. Hopefully that seats down properly. Brody, what are you doing? Brody, come here. Baba. Where you going, puppy? Hey, come say hi. Come here. Wee. Say hi, Bubba. Ooh. Yeah. All right, get out of here. Good boy. Oh, that's the pup. One of them, anyway. The other one's like 147 in dog years. Right, babe?
Yeah, hold on.
All right, that's fine. Just a little bit of pushback, so okay. We'll bleed off. But not like it was before. Brody, yes, Brody, indeed. Finally, his fur starting to grow back. Jesus Christ. We moved, like, when we rented this house, it's like right near the brackish water, I guess you could say. No, we don't live on a canal, nor would I want to. But so there's like this crazy fleas around here that are like monstrous. It's like sand fleas and shit. And he's been chewing his ass off all summer. Literally. Or all winter. Like as soon as it got, well, the 2 hurricanes, so all the bugs moved near your house or into your house. Because when shit goes bad outside, they move in with you. And then, it got really cold right after that. So hence Massive screwed up creatures moving into our house. Okay, so differential. We're gonna go 500 on this guy. I'm gonna drop this crown gear in. Normally it'd be a complete rebuild and dry fit. Check for slop, that kind of thing, and then bolt it together when you're done. But I already know this thing's solid, and I just got to change the shim on the top piece, which I'm not playing with now because I'm gonna let this fluid get into the bottom of it. I actually have enough. What the hell? Ooh, that is getting slow. But I have a spatula. Where the hell did it go? No, that's not it. That's a thingy. There it is. Right. Okay. Head first in the camera. Welcome to my world. All right. So, thank you, Mike. Oh, that does work well, doesn't it? Yeah. That is really kind of gross in a strange, perverted way. All right. I think I'm just going to leave that there and let that rest of that just kind of meld its way into there. In the meantime, so I don't forget, I'm going to change the shim out. So, right, NS internal diff shim. Just like the regular ones, just pop off your bearing. And I could measure that one and set it up, but I'm sure it's not going to be as thick as what I'm going to have in there anyway, because it had a little bit of play. So, let's see. Yeah, and that is, that's a thick one. Whatever the two different thicknesses are. It's both thick too. So just thickness thin if I can find it. That's a thin one. So there you go. Inside of the bearing. Pop that right back on. Put your out drive back in. Make sure your seals are all straight, which they are. And put your pin back in. Hopefully it won't be too difficult, depending on how much shim you got in there. Back in the hole you go. And come on. There you go. Easy peasy, vitamin greasy. So now you've got the shim from the outside. Don't have to worry about trying to put that external diff shim in. That's going to bend and screw your whole day up when you try to install it. And there we go. It's probably almost enough. Probably got to keep it from leaking out though. Put that set screw in for now. Take it back out and bolt the case together so we have breathing room if there's too much fluid in it. And there is not at the moment. Yeah, Brody's a barker.
That's not Brody, that's the neighbor.
No, I know, but Mike was talking about him. Yeah, I know he barks like mad. Yeah, it's just not the same. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, no. But the fact is, I mean, he's I think half Rhodesian Ridgeback, which is designed to be accompany people on horseback hunting lions back in the 40s or whatever, 30s maybe, 20s. I don't freaking know. But he's got 3 sets of canines, which I've only seen on one dog, and that's him. Curved backwards, of course, to hold the meat properly, like most wild predators have, like tigers and shit. No, that's definitely not enough wood. He's built super fast. Not Great Dane fast, or not Great Dane. Great Danes are fast; they're heavy shit. Not Greyhound fast, but we clocked him at 38, which is pretty damn quick for a 60-pound dog. He used to be able to jump, put his snout 7'4" in the air, and he could put his ass 4 feet in the air, which is impressive on a vertical leap. Yeah, very, very high performance dog, designed to freaking chomp shit up. But he's neurotic as hell, and he's afraid of everything. If a firework goes off, he goes into the bathtub. One time I was driving to the gas station down the street from my old house, and an ambulance went by, and I had the window open, and he jumped into the driver's footwell, sitting on the brake pedal, kicking the gas pedal with another leg. You know how hard it was to pull into that gas station? Anyway. It sucks, man. Hey, man, if you're going to roll, dude, great having you. Hope to talk to you more in the future. And I'll definitely be checking you out and seeing what you got cooking on your end as well. Yeah, I have the fortunate event of just finally having weekends off for the first time in 10 years. Monday to Friday, 8 to 6 or 8 to 5. It's fucking awesome. We used to actually have a day, Thursdays at my last job, we had to work bell to bell. It was 8 to 8:15 because that's the day they close late. But yeah, bro, great having you. If you got a roll, if not, well, you never know. Something crazy might happen. I might set something on fire for fun. Well, actually, I'm definitely going to set the cigarette on fire in a minute. You never know. And if you look at my psychiatric history in the state of California, I definitely am into setting shit on fire. Yeah, I was born and raised out in Cali. Northern California, not that slum they call LA. No offense to anybody from there, but I just don't like the place. It's just the attitude down there. Everybody's like, go, 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 do. How popular are you? How many hits do you have? Blah, blah, blah. It's like where general population, for the most part, at least when I left, it's probably not the same now, but Northern California is more of a laid back kind of hippie existence, kind of just do and, don't do bad because it'll come back, whatever. So, you know what amazes me is how much I ramble on these live casts, and nobody says anything. And I see the whole number, and I see there's people here, and you're just letting me just keep going. I mean,
it's not like their voices can be heard.
no, well, they can type and they can say stuff, and they can ask questions and all that kind of thing. And they go, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'll be like, "Oh,
I've been asking that for years."
Yeah, well, you're not a psychiatrist, so you'll never figure it out. But it's just interesting because I really do go off on some tangents, and it's like, I don't know. The way my brain works, if you were looking at a computer screen, it's like as soon as whatever came up, you just hit enter. You don't even proofread it. Out it goes. And, it's fun that way. Sometimes I get a little filterish, but that's only because I'm getting older and more wise. Sometimes you can really scratch a nerve on people when you come up with some wild shit. And a lot of people aren't really happy about their moms being talked about. I'm glad you're having fun with this. Like, yeah, Well, in the state of California, after 10 years of therapy, you actually get a license to be one yourself. That's probably not true. But anyway, I was short by a year. I got kicked out of a lot of schools, and they wanted to figure out what the hell was wrong with me. I was bored as shit.
Nick's watching.
What?
New York Nick. California Nick.
Oh, what up, my brother from another mother than PA? Or PE, I'm sorry.
CA? Petaluma?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I thought about that too. Like the thought ranged through my head while I was going through that. Cool, man. Welcome to the Mad Scientist Laboratory. Yes, I am smoking on TV, but it's just, it's been an hour or so. Waiting for all the fluid to settle here on Nicks differential for this Monster 8S, which I'll put back on the bench in a minute. Let's put it this way. These are the shocks for the vehicle I'm working on. And these are the shock springs. These are very, very heavy shock springs for my normal vehicles in comparison. Nope, that doesn't work, does it? There you go. So giant shock and shock springs for my for my normal vehicles. I can't figure out this shit. There we go. So, see a difference? Yeah. Not that this car doesn't need heavier shock springs, but you can see the difference in the size. I mean, here's a shock shaft for one of my cars. And you can see the shock shaft on that thing. Yeah. That's 4 mil versus 8 mil. Double size. That's probably a pinion I'll put on my truck now. Looks like an 11. So I speed ran my not speed run, but I wanted to clock out my my stunt truck and my Mega Typhon, yeah, which is right there. Yep. Typhon ran 47 on grass and like 53 on pavement. So I figured that's geared probably about right. Battery got a little warm. ESC temps were good. Might have to gear it down in the summer. I don't know. Or get a fan for it because it's got no fan and no heatsink. Stunt truck did 50 miles an hour or 40, 48. That's too fast. I'm thinking my gearing is way too high on that because, we like to just crank it up on wheelies. Oh, what happened here? Oh, stupid. Flood watch has been issued by the National Weather Service. Well, look, my balls got your weather service. I hope you can. What? They got this stupid thing popping up with like Trump ads and shit. It's like, go the fuck away. I don't need this. I don't want this. It's interfering with my ability to do what I want to do. There we go. That's gone. Okay. Yeah, I know. We had a transfer case delivered to work the other day, and it was covered in that Georgia clay, like baked on, so it's orange. And I was like, who ordered a Trump transfer case? I mean, the guy is kind of orange. No more politics. No. That's it. Hey, I'm just making fun of a character. I'm not talking politics. I'm not going to say anything about anything. Except make sure you always bandage your monkey when it gets injured. If you happen to have a pet monkey. It's been a wild week, man. I mean, it really has. I've been under a lot of stress. I don't know if you guys heard that. That ting to ting to ting is the natural sound of Brody wanting more water. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm coming. Move. That's right. Easy, buddy. All right, I'm back. At least I warned you. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen this, but if you haven't, look up dog drinking water in slow motion. It's amazing what they can do. Turn their tongue into a scoop. It's kind of neat. All right, so since we have a plastic case, we don't have to worry about getting stuff in the holes so much. Obviously, since we got stuff coming out of all the holes. Oh, look, it's got a little dinkle. Isn't that cute? See? Right there on the other side. That little dinkle. Oh, that was a Mike moment. And not you guys, my old neighbor, Mike. Mike Scott. Good buddy. Absolute freaking nut job, but a good buddy. Right, so that's actually not okay because it's not slimed up on the holes. Oh, silicone. Okay, so no, that's not gonna work. Oh, I see. I've got the gasket all wrong. So when doing 8S differentials, make sure you line up your gasket with not only your notch pins, but your holes where your screws go in. Oh, if I can even get this damn thing off. Sorry, I'm trying to move my hands so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I gotta tell you, these are some pretty damn robust gaskets. Hasn't even torn yet, even after all this. And I mean, in the 8S world, Nick isn't really like, killing it. I mean, when it comes to like build, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there with some ridiculous builds. And like the dude I talked to not that long ago, he's got a YouTube channel. I'm sorry, dude, I forget your name right now, but he was at Armageddon riding his 8S while his 8S was towing a like a little trailer with two other RC cars on it. So yeah, it was running like a 2-motor setup with, I forgot, some big. I'm pretty sure they were not Hobby Wing, but that other company that's got the green ones. Forgot the name of them, but that is the wrong size screw. Didn't even notice. But yeah. Okay. Trying to understand what you just said, Mike. Is anything misspelled in there possibly? Uh, in the laws. Castle, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Castle Creations. Yeah, he had two big ass castles in there with a double motor mount from M2C, and yeah, I think it was just a beast altogether. But I mean, you think, oh, hey, look, we got a buddy here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a beetle that just flew in at some point. All right, dude, I'm not trying to hurt you. Come here. Here. Grab the wrench. All right, screw you. Bigger wrench. Here. Now, he's not a very coordinated little beetle, is he? Dude, you're just dumb. Here, get on the tool. Don't stick your butt up at me. I know what you're trying to do. All right, you're just stupid. Oh, I won't grab with that. I might poison him or some shit. See if we scoop him up. Come here, little monkey. No, don't squirt. I hear you. He's hissing at me. Don't get in that. That's bad for you. Damn it. Oh, you're being a bitch. White people problems when a beetle gets in your shot. All right, dude. Come on, look. Get on the paper. Yes, that is a receipt. There you go. See? Little beetle. Little pain in the ass. Pain in the ass, little beetle. Get out of here, dude. All right, come on. If you can fly, then fly the fuck out. See ya. Oh, babe. Everything going on with dinner? Okay. How long have they been out?
I don't know, a little while.
Okay.
Talk when you're done.
Be right back, guys. Gotta light the grill. Oh yeah, put the gas on too. Girls life. Okay. So I'm back. In-laws. Okay. Yeah, no kidding. That's terrible, dude. Freaking well, I mean not terrible. Might be kind of funny. No, but this dude, Warp Perception, got a YouTube channel where he does stuff like that. He does stuff with his dog. He does a lot of engine stuff too, like trying to blow up a 3 horsepower Briggs using nitromethane and turbo. It's pretty cool. With a see-through cylinder head, which was even cooler because you got to see the flame front when he actually did different kinds of fuels like alcohol versus turpentine versus booze versus gasoline. He did a bunch of different stuff. Kind of wild when you see because alcohol's got such a higher concentration in the cylinder because you need so much more fuel when you're running alcohol because of the fact that it's an oxygen bearing fuel, so you don't have to mix that much air with it, and it's the flame propagation is wildly different than gasoline. It's cool to watch in 4,000 frames per second. Anyway, so yeah, you guys all steak lovers out there? You got a tip for you. So I used to have a buddy that I worked with that was a Publix meat cutter for a while. And before that, he was a body guy. And after that, he was a detail tint guy. So he told me about the Chuck Eye. Now, I know when you think steak, you think Chuck. Chuck is bad. Oh, yeah, the V8 engines, dude, those things are awesome. I've watched a ton of those. Like 4 different people have those. Yeah, the one who's got the one with the transmission and everything, that's super cool. I think that's Johnny Q or something like that. But yeah, dude, those things are gnarly. It's gonna be really cool when somebody actually makes one that like really works like all the time. Because I mean, most of them they either work really good as an engine or they work really good as a showpiece. You know, but not really both. I guess I don't know. There's something missing from all of them, but it's not congruent across different brands. I guess is the right way to say that. Maybe not. Who knows? God, what a mess I've made. Okay, so, right, gotta put this thing back together. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, right, Chuck Eyes. So apparently you only get like 8 per cow, like 4 per side of beef, and they're like a ribeye, but a bit thicker and super marbled. Like there's a bit of extra fat in them compared to a ribeye, not like purely marbled, but like kind of chunkily marbled, you could say. But they're a quarter of the price. You get like 2 really thick ones for like $8. And compared to a ribeye for $27 or 2, I think right now for the same weight, it's way better and they're awesome. So if you see Chuck Eyes at your local meat place, remember they're actually awesome. It's not like a flank steak or some bullshit. It's good stuff. So check it out if you can find them. Because when I was at Publix the other day, they had 4 packs up, and I took 3, even though I was pretty much broke. All right, so we have. Ooh, that's not too tight. It's tight. We'll see when the diff cover goes on, but it is very tight. So might have put up one too many shim in, but we will find out. You won't really feel how tight it is until you get the diff cover on. Once you get the diff cover on, make sure it's easy to move because that will add a little bit of a push on it. Get these CVs in here and bunka bunka. There she goes. Yeah, that is mighty, mighty tight. But if it sticks, well, it's going to be perfect. Yeah, you know what I think would be really cool with one of those like that. I'm surprised nobody's done a boat with one of those V8s, especially like the supercharged ones. Like just have that sticking out of like the back of a little V hull, you know, with some like stacks on it because they run those anyway. That would be pretty neat. Plus, with the water cooling, I mean, you can't beat having a boat because you got the water right there. All right, tickets. Yep. And sway bar. Get your ass in it. All right. So. All right. Now, if anybody wants to take off, I understand because I am going to be kind of back and forth here. So I am going to be making dinner, which by the end of I will be logging off. But I'm gonna just be like in and out, like out for a couple, like not even a minute at a time. Just gotta get the steaks on, flip them, start the sides, etc. Because Claire's busy doing something gaming, I think. Right, babe?
No, I'm here.
Just messing with you, babe. When I put the steaks on, would you mind? Actually, after when I flip the steaks, would you mind throwing that side in?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's that.
Yeah, no, I heard you.
Okay, got it. Cool. All right, and snuggy snug, snuggy snug. I know these ends needed to be set because I know we had some looseness in here, so I'm gonna have to look at. Wow, do I have an Eleanor set for him, babe? Nope, not that one. Something else I need now. All right. Yeah, because I know he had to play one of these cups. I think it was his outside one over here, but that's got to be set for put that back. Whoa, oh yeah, squeaky, squeaky. Well, let's see if some of this dry lube will help that out. All right. I've actually been, I don't know where this stuff came from. Somebody left it by one of our air compressors at work. And I've been using it on stuff because it says there's no gum up, no silicones, no wax, et cetera, et cetera. And I've been spraying the drive shafts down with it once in a while, which obviously you don't want to do because you're going to collect a bunch of dirt. And, well, they haven't been. So I'm going to have to find a source for that shit. Because it actually makes a really good external lube that won't collect dirt. Because these cars just do that. Sway bar links are fun, and I'm a psychopath. Let's see here. Oh, you bastard. Yeah, don't. Really? Okay. Yeah, better be it. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna get a giant Allen wrench, put the stakes on, etc., etc. Waka waka waka. I don't know where that came from, man. Really, it's just you never know. That would work and be cool. All right. I'll be back in hopefully 2 minutes. I'm gonna wash my hands. You know what the cool thing is though about these live streams?
What?
One of the biggest things that gets you monetized is your watch hours. And because they're not shorts or anything, it's actual hours. People are actually watching it. The watch hours go through the roof.
Are you muted or?
No, I'm gonna mute it right now. Oh, what's your? Oh, you grab me a tongs. I need a tongs. Tongs. Yeah. We have a small plate out there. I didn't check the cabinet for any more, but it's got knives and forks on it.
Okay.
Shit, I forgot the stick. Actually, we can use this plate for the second plate.
Well, there was 2 layers of tinfoil like you asked.
I know. I figured out. Thank you. Oh my god. All right, so that was 3 minutes. My bad. Watch hours, subs don't count. Yeah, I know it's crap, but I'm just like, whatever. Because I mean, I never meant to make this monetary. It seemed like it might at some point, but when you see the actual work it takes and the fact that everybody who's become a professional tuber has actually quit their job and gone into it head first and said fuck it, and that ain't gonna happen. So it's cool, it's fun. I get to meet cool people from around the world, and unlike the U.S. Marines, I don't have to kill them. Yeah, that was a bad one. Totally respect the armed forces, but they wouldn't have a joke like that if it wasn't kind of true. Anyway, right. Let me think about what's all going on here. I forgot to get the Allen wrench that I need to finish that so I can get on to other things. Mount the shocks back up. But before that, I can put this bolt in. Right. Yep, there it is. Nope, that's the big one. Huh. That's a good idea. The 8S wheels actually have a steel insert or aluminum, some kind of insert inside the wheel. I didn't know that. Look at that. Yeah, I actually got some kind of insert going on in there so it doesn't, bust up. It's a great idea. I'll just start smelting metal. Just kidding. But a little bit of metal wouldn't hurt. It's better than putting those 8-bolt freaking hubs on your car. God knows that's a lot of work. Every time you want to take the wheels off. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Bad. All right. Big Allen wrench. Be right back. Hopefully, I'll put the steaks while I do it. No, I am not. No, I was a minute ago.
Okay.
What in the hell? Who has an Allen wrench with a screwdriver bit on the other? What the shit is that? Okay, not that big. Damn it, son of a bitch. Nothing I got's the right size. Yeah. No. Oh, well, got lucky. Okay. So here we go. Just these damn things. Yep. Too tight and a little bit of it. There we go. Come on. Okay. And then and it's funny when you got a vehicle with tires and wheels this big, any looseness in the hubs is accentuated greatly just due to the leverage that your giant wheels have applied to said suspension. Oh, that didn't work out too well. Come here, you. Get on there. Thank you. Still not a fan of sway bars. I just don't see the point with a vehicle like this. You don't need them. You're not doing anything that requires sway bars. I mean, if you don't want your truck to roll so bad, stiffen the suspension. It's not like these things are designed for cornering. I mean, they do corner quite well. You know, Arrmas do especially, but, you know, they're not race cars. You know, they're just, they're bashers. But they're, in my opinion, the best bashers because they also handle well. And God knows when you're hitting a ramp and you're about to jump off a parking garage, you want a car that handles properly. That should be an advertisement for them, huh? Yeah. Well. I don't know if you saw Mike, but Kamikaze hit me up on that jump. Left a note. It's kind of cool, you know. When the best in the world like says like, "All right, man," you know. It's like somewhat like cool. I don't suck. All right. So we get the shocks on. We get the. Come on, you. There's you. Okay. And then, oh, you know what? That's the wrong bolt. Too long. I think I'm just going to let that one sit there for a minute while those threads cool off. And then get this one here. Yeah, it's not a tight fit, but really not a fan of aluminum shock ends on the 6s because the only ones that are used are the hot racing, and they're just too fragile. I mean, broken plenty of them. Busted the shock shafts off it. And, I think that's one of those things that you might need to have is a plastic instead of metal so that it's flexible. You know, like you don't want metal control arms, that kind of thing. But it's definitely a nice setup on these versus the hot racing ones. Of course, they don't really make a kit that has these for the 6s, but these shock ends are pretty nice. Durlin bushing, machined aluminum, probably their standard super badass aluminum. And obviously they're very tight fitting. Otherwise, I'd have this done by now. Oh, come on. There we go. Right. Oh. Kudos from the goat. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, no, dude. That guy's nuts, dude. And you know what? I actually mentioned something to him like probably 6 months ago about, hey, man, why don't you ever have a fail compilation? And dude, I swear, dude, no, like 3 months later, dude, he comes out with his fail video. And I'm like, that was your best thing you've ever done because you just humanized yourself to all your fans. Like everybody is like totally that guy's the shit now because You got to show the good and the bad, man. Freaking yeah. I mean, anybody can edit the shit out of something and do 100 tries at it and break the car 3 times in a row, 4 different days, and come out and still make a video. But can you really do that on a regular? No. Can you land that every time? No. And of course, Kamikaze doesn't land it every time because he does insane stuff. But he actually came out with a video that showed him screwing up, and like I said, it humanized him, man.
Well, I like the one that he put out where he was working on the trick, and it just showed like how many times
the progression of the trick, right? And then that's what we all go through is the progression. Is his first concept, and then first try, definite disaster. Second try, probably a disaster. Third or fourth, you might make it on a fluke. By the 10th, 15th, maybe you got it down pat. But it's that progression of idea to concept to trick that is so exciting.
I just love meeting him and seeing like what a down to earth
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. I was like. Well, you saw my reaction. If you guys want to see my reaction to meeting Kamikaze, go to the Arrma video, Armageddon 2024, in our catalog of videos. And
I think he's amazing.
I totally fanboyed out like a bitch, so you might want to check it out.
Well, and I think that's what it is. I think for him, it probably still kind of maybe just seeing how many people are blown away, when they meet him,
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't even know how long he's been around. Yeah. Oh, totally.
I mean, shit. He came up and knew my name. I was like, oh my god, I win at life.
Yeah. Right. And he got you this banner behind me.
I know.
You guys have heard that story yet, but babe, you want to tell it?
Well, when we were at Armageddon and they were doing the awards, they gave out raffle tickets to everybody, and so I guess he was getting ready to leave. Logan had gone to the bathroom, and all of a sudden I hear someone come up and say my name, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving," and he gives me his raffle ticket, and he's like, "I hope you win something." And we just chatted for a minute, and then he left, and sure enough, the ticket out of the 3 I was holding was the one that he gave me, and that's how I got the Armageddon banner as a prize.
So yeah, my background is actually Claire's. She owns me, man.
Yes, I do.
But the funny thing about that though is because he was like, "I got to catch a plane," because we figured he was flying back to Hawaii.
No, he didn't say he had to catch a plane.
Well, he said he had to go. I assumed he had to catch a plane. He said he had to go. But we left right near sundown. Very close to sundown. And then there's videos that pop up just after sundown or right at sundown of him jumping the helmet in front of the what's that place called? The Freedom Factory.
Yeah, but they could have done that the day before.
He was wearing the same clothes.
I mean, I guess he was just.
Well, he just wears black all the time anyway, I guess.
Yeah, I mean
that's all I saw him wear the whole time we were there.
I mean, we were all pretty dirty wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, well, anyway. Yeah, Armageddon is kind of a camping event. At least it was, and I hope it stays that way because it's pretty awesome. And shout out to KK for hooking us up with some signage and making everybody think we're actually a hobby shop. And everybody bought all my parts because I didn't bring parts from the hobby shop because they thought we were a hobby shop and they came up to buy parts.
You were buying your stuff. You were fixing cars and giving stuff away for free. You were being a hero.
I don't ever consider myself a hero. I was trying to help anybody who had a problem, and if I could help them in their situation, I would.
Yeah, no, I mean...
It's not being a hero. That's just being a decent person.
Hey, you know what? The people whose cars were done on the first day, and because of you got...
There were a lot of those.
Yeah, no, you helped a ton of people.
No, 10 or 15 of these.
You're a keeper.
Yeah, look at that damping. Oh, nice and slow. That big, heavy beast ought to be able to handle that. I mean, it's only another 10 pounds when you put the batteries in. Oh, shit. Snakes. Oh, no. Don't put that fuck them up. Oh, almost. Woo. Oh. Thank God. In fact, yours is probably a little more the way you like it. All right.
Eating?
Okay. You got this in the sides,
Yeah.
please. Thank you. I got a little more char on yours, like you like it.
Which one?
That one. Are they flipped? Do you have the other one? It's fine. However you want
that
to do
one's
it.
like the way seasoned one.
Okay, well, give me the seasoned one because I know you don't like that. Okay. So. Oh, come on, man. Hero's a big word. I know hero. Just a dude who knows shit and can fix stuff. Anyway, yeah, dude, I can't wait till they freaking announce it again because we haven't heard shit and there is no current plans according to Horizon. So hopefully it goes down again before too long because that'd be great. Definitely love to do it again. Hopefully they do it there again because I know Cletus McFarland, the owner of the Freedom Factory, said that he was definitely interested in hosting it again because we didn't destroy the place. In fact, I think the only damage done to the grass during the high jump was because they said screw it because they had guys try to catch the cars with a goddamn like giant parachute thing so they wouldn't hit the grass and screw the grass up because there was a race event there that weekend or on Sunday, yeah, because the event's only till Saturday night. And after about 10 attempts, and I think somebody got hit, they said screw it, they're not going to do that, and they said fucking hit the grass, and that was it. But it was cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to fucking I try as hard as possible to not seem like I have an ego. Not that I do. I mean, I think I'm a decent person. I think I got that covered. But I don't like to toot my own horn because I can't stand people that do that a lot. Besides, I'm messed up in so many freaking ways. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm certified in the state of California. Not really. I mean, they didn't prescribe me Adderall, and that's like what they love to do. Well, this is also 35, 40 years ago. About 39. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. Differentials all set. Shocks all set. Bumpers back on. Oh, wheelie bar / wing assembly. Pretty robust unit on this 8S. It's like all one piece. Just bolts right onto the back, just like that. Just donk and whoop, drop your screws and you're screwed. Son of a bitch. Oh, really? Come on. No. All right, screw that screw. It screwed my camera all up. Come on. All right. Well, mainly we got it there. Okay. We'll be done in a minute anyway. So, pull this back on. And then tires and wheels. And I've come to the conclusion on the Loctite theory that on your wheels anyway. What the hell's going on there? Okay. Right, Loctite. Shit. Blue is definitely okay. Red only if you use a small dot. Because I got a strip hub now with a nut that is stuck to the outdrive on red Loctite. And it was a spill event, so it was kind of my fault. However, I just think red Loctite might be a bit excessive on 6S vehicles. Oh, thank you, baby doll. Oh, that's our problem. We got blind nuts up here. Okay, so that's why the wing nut's not going on. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to have dinner now. And then I'm going to play Gran Turismo for like an hour. And then I'm going to go to bed. Maybe not, because it's Saturday. And I actually have the weekend off. Oh, so, Mike, I don't have any plans this weekend as far as car stuff goes. I mean, by all means, we can hang out. But yeah, I don't have any filming or going anywhere, or anything planned. In fact, I need to start scheduling stuff at the dirt bike place because now that I'm not off during the week, I need to find out one of the good places to go out to the motocross track because that is the shit. You're gonna love that. Yeah, we have a motocross track out deep South Punta Gorda, but it's pimp ass, and they love us out there. So and it's got like a 40-foot tabletop. It's on the channel anyway. Kaneda Kazi. Good talking to you, bro, as always. Send me that pic of that staircase you're talking about whenever you can, and I'll try to find something to match it or similar anyway. Man, I definitely have like 4 or 5 entrants already. And yep, obviously, and that's it. That's all, folks. So y'all have a great night and have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you sooner. Laters.